Thomas! You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious?
What?
Oh, what? Oh, like you're so innocent. Are you kidding me with this?
What did you expect?
Thomas is better suited to meet Sam's special needs. Alice is too concentrated on her career, has too many commitments to be able to take care of a child.
There's nothing in there that's not true.
I think you're just bitter. I think you just want revenge.
So
And I think you're
get to
being
decide.
petty. That's what I think this is.
Okay.
And you know what? I pay the mortgage on this house, so
Right.
you can either
should.
leave. You can either leave the house, or I will stop paying the mortgage and the bank can have it. I don't even care.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, I am. At this point, yeah.
Now who's being petty and ridiculous?
Well, when in Rome.
Well, you've been paying the mortgage from the beginning, and I think in the interest of Sam's stability that you should continue to pay your obligations.
I will happily pay the mortgage as long as you leave.
Oh, that's not one of the stipulations, so.
Actually, it is.
Oh, from whom?
From me.
Oh, okay.
The,
I don't remember
the
getting
sole
your
breadwinner. The
notice.
main carer / breadwinner. Yeah. Those are your words. Or some lawyers.
Well, yes.
Well, yes. So, are you packing, or am I calling the bank?
I'm not leaving, Alice. You know that.
Great. Then we'll both leave.
What does that do for our child?
What is this doing for our child, huh?
See, I thought a marriage was when we both stood in front of all of our friends and our families and said that we were going to be committed to each other
Yes.
for our lives.
I guess we have different ideas of what that commitment means then.
Then who the fuck were you?
What are
And
you
who the
saying?
fuck are you
In the
now?
moment, I of course
In
meant
the
everything
moment,
that
you
I
don't
said.
get to go moment to moment.
Yes,
You make a commitment and then you
That's
stay
life.
with it.
That is life,
That is
Thomas.
not life.
Yes,
Life
it
is being an adult.
Oh my god. So being an adult in your mind is staying the exact same way your entire life because you said that
Being
you would.
an adult is honoring your commitments.
Yes, and I am
Even
honoring...
when they become uncomfortable, you don't get to decide when you've had enough.
I think what that is being an adult, actually, is recognizing when something is not working and making a change. You think it's better for our child to live in this miserable environment. We are so clearly not happy anymore. And that's better for her than potential
Obsessed
happiness?
with happiness.
Oh my god, yeah, well
You
sorry, I'm
define
not
your own
obsessed
happiness.
with misery like you!
Oh, okay. Oh boy.
It didn't last. It didn't last forever. I'm sorry. What do you want me to say?
Your hands are bloody in this, all right?
Okay, Macbeth. Listen. Even... No, I'm not even going to say it.
Go ahead, say it. Now's your chance. Even if...
We would have ended regardless.
So you just chose a path that would be the most hurtful and humiliating for me?
You-
I'm going to make a phone call, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I do too. Thanks for that. Sam sleeps upstairs.
Okay.
And this here is the kitchen.
So I know you're actually a busy working woman from what I understand.
Yes.
Okay.
Like yourself, I'm sure.
Yes, okay. So we want to start with some of the points that have been made in terms of custody, and I need to ask some probing questions.
Okay. I went back to work about 6 months after I had Sam. I still breastfed her. I was definitely part of raising her. I mean, when they say full-time.
When did you stop breastfeeding?
A year.
About 1 year.
My child comes first.
And then when you did go back to work at 6 months, who took care of Sam?
Thomas.
Thomas did, okay.
We also had babysitters when he had to go to work as well.
So, and then when about did that happen? When did you start having babysitters in?
I would say, well, I mean, he works less than I do. He's an adjunct professor.
Mm-hmm.
So he was also working when I went back to work. So I would say right around the same time, but he wasn't there as often as I was. So he was only there maybe for a few hours, a couple days a week, whereas I had more of a full-time teaching schedule.
Are you considered a full-time employee of
Yes,
at your
now,
job?
yes,
So
I am.
that's full-time, so that's 40 hours a week.
Well, give or take. I mean, it's teaching, so sometimes the schedule is not always the same.
So your schedule's inconsistent and full-time.
I mean, we've hired babysitters, yeah, of course.
How many babysitters do you think you've had to hire?
different babysitters?
I'm just curious.
I don't know, I mean, you know, we hire local, like the teenagers that are friends of our, that are children of our friends, as well as, you know, locals. So maybe, I don't know, it's been 7 years, so maybe, I don't even know how many babysitters.
You don't
6
even
different
know?
babysitters?
Okay.
And that's something that Thomas and I always discuss. You know, we interview the people. It's not as if we're just hiring strangers. If we were both working at the exact same time, then we would hire, for example, Kristen, our neighbor's child, who was a 15-year-old babysitter, who was babysat for many people in our building.
All right. In terms of, I understand Sam has a protein disorder, and Thomas has always cooked for her and brought her meals to her at kindergarten. How is that going to be handled?
I mean, he has been home mostly, so that is why he was in charge of bringing the meals. But I also know how to cook. Well, she likes chicken, so I always make sure she gets a certain amount of chicken. She doesn't like beef, so she never eats beef. The class that when she stays after school, it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And then the ballet is then?
Ballet is Wednesday and Friday. Ballet is in the evenings from 7 to 9.
And who are these friends? Are they friends that she's met through?
Classmates and friends from ballet. Well, she usually gets tired about the same time, but I'm not hard and strict about you must be in bed by 9:30. You know, it's just my mother.
And where is she?
She's about 20 minutes away. My father works, my mother does not work anymore.
Okay, so it's a father and a mother 20 minutes away, okay. But you didn't use them for babysitting at all?
Occasionally, yeah, sure. It was not my initial idea to have us fight for sole custody. I wanted joint custody. But he was very adamant about fighting for sole custody, and so I decided also to fight because I don't want to lose her. So if I can't share her evenly, then I'm not going to lose her completely.
Okay.
And I think that tension between the two of us, she could sense it, and I think obviously it hit her very hard, and it was very sad, and I certainly did my best not to have those conversations happen in front of her, but our place is not huge, so I'm sure she heard more than we thought she heard. I think Thomas tends to be is a bit of a darker figure, a little more, I think he's depressed, he denies that, but.
I don't want to, it's hard for me to put anything that is subjective in the report, so I try to stay away from any sort of disparaging things about
Sure.
the other spouse.
I just thought maybe you should know.
Kitchen's over here. I actually put out a few of her favorite things. I thought you might want to see some of the things
Okay.
that she enjoys.
Okay.
So, I mean, a couple of her favorite Dr. Seuss books here. Pop on Pop, of course, One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish, some of her favorites. She'll eat anything, chicken, beef, as long as it's grass-fed, organic, you know, very, very important that it doesn't have any antibiotics. Oh, yeah, she'll eat anything. Well, ever since she's been a baby, I've been, you know, preparing her meals for her, and now that she's getting a little bit older, she actually likes to do it too. So at night, if before we go to bed. We spend a half hour preparing her lunch meals for the next day so that she gets to feel like she's a part of it. We didn't have babysitters much at all, but it's been a real treat, I think, for Sam and for me to have my sister around.
Oh, your sister?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's been very, very active in Sam's life.
And how close by is she, your sister?
Oh, she's just like about 3 miles down. Can't remember any babysitters that we actually used other than my sister. I'm not just going to leave her with some 15-year-old. Alice didn't have a good relationship with her mother and father, so I don't think we saw them much at all. She didn't seem to want to spend time with them.
She went back to work full-time. You were working part-time, is that correct?
Yes, about 16 hours a week. She does not have a consistent schedule. She travels a lot. She's giving lectures and such. And she's not guaranteed to be available on a regular basis. I would be at home. Alice hated to change diapers anyway. Can't remember actually when she ever did. Her best friend Julia is in her ballet class and also in her after-school program, so she likes to be able to spend time with Julia. Well, I feel like it's important to give Sam the same consistent amount of attention that she's had before. So I am planning to continue as an adjunct and then supplement my income with the proposed alimony and child support. She has a female influence in the form of my sister, which I think is very positive and nurturing for her. I'm not trying to cut her mother out. I just think that legally and for consistency's sake that it makes more sense to have a sole custody situation. I'll have a glass of wine if I go out.